I'm craving for a little soup, vegetable soup. Originally, I wanted to have some ramen, but since there are no ramen or noodles available, so I opted for this. So if you see this one is the pechay, which I'm going to blanch after I boil this. So if you're wondering what this is going to be the leaves of the leeks. Usually I don't eat this. This becomes like a vegetable soup base. Now I have here the ones I'm going to saute. So you have the onions, the stalks of the leeks, which is what should be eaten talaga. And then you have the garlic and then the Baguio beans. Now over here would be, of course, your yellow corn, the sweet corn, which will be like the meat already, but this is what I'm going to have as part of my, how do you call this? My boiled vegetable soup, because I don't really know how you would call it. So there. So if you notice, there's something over here. So these are the roots of the leeks. So I'm going to let it, put water in it, let it soak there for about 3 to 5 days until it forms another set of leeks. This one is, of course, the pechay. This is the first time I'm ever going to try to plant the pechay using the stalk instead of the seeds. So medyo safe na siya from Mickey Mouse. So there, so I'm going to try and I'll let you know what's going to happen after. I noticed that there are things over here, so it looks like garbage, but you see that corn hair or buhok ng mais, and then you have this, the peels of the corn plus some of the banana peels, and then some parts of, I think, the onions. So two things, either you use some of it as part of your compost, so you put that in your soil, or some of it you can use as part of the FPJ, or fermented plant juice. So this serves as a fertilizer. So you soak that in water according to Fritz for about 3 to 5 days, after which you can already use this as a fertilizer for your plants. So nothing is wasted. This is how it is when you're vegan. This is how it is when you're addicted to vegetables or plants. So there. So this is now my boiled vegetable. I don't know how I call it. It's nilaga or whatever. So it's just, for those of you who are not able to see it or hear it earlier, this is just composed of, the onion, garlic, the leeks, the Baguio beans, which you probably do not see right now because it's down there. Later on, I'm gonna let you see it. And then you have, of course, the pechay and the corn. How does it taste like? It tastes like boiled pechay. So, as I was saying earlier, I wanted to eat the ramen, but since the noodles are not available, then I opted to cook it this way. Maybe I'll have ramen later or shabu-shabu, but for now, we'll just content with boiled corn vegetable soup, or whatever you might want to call it. I know it's quite hot. I should be, cooking this on a rainy day, but this is what I'm craving for, so let's just do it this way for now. This was the book where we put in all our costings. You can see the Baguio beans, just for you to realize that it's not just pechay and leeks and corn. There's also Baguio beans in there, so to add a little variety. Now, yeah. Does it come in rice? Yeah, I should, because if this is going to be what it is, I don't think I'm going to have a full stomach. So I'll just have rice with it. You can also see the cookbooks or the baking books that we used when we were baking, where we put in the pricing of the products that we baked before. Why am I discussing this? Because it brings me back to those memories where my mom and I had to make do of what we have. I didn't have a job then, so my mom had to do something. Oftentimes, we look at a food business to be a fun, a very glamorous, and a very easy job without realizing how hard it is. Cakes, pastries, and cookies was our way of making ends meet at the time that we needed something to augment our income. An avenue for us to enjoy what we're doing while still earning our income. Businesses have sprouted up like mushrooms because this is one way for us to be more resourceful and be creative. Give a helping hand. Show how much we care. What we can do is just support each other. Together, let us all patronize these small businesses. Those of us who are customers who have eaten, ordered our food, and savored these delicious dishes, we think that the job is done and everybody's happy. Saying that the life of a chef or a cook or anybody in the food business is a very easy and a very glamorous job. The lies are the aches and pains, the burns, and all these things that a cook has to endure while cooking. There's plates and pots and pans, utensils that has to be washed so the work doesn't end yet. Next time you order online or in a restaurant, please be considerate. Don't say the food is expensive or there's a delay in the delivery. Recognize and appreciate all the hard work that's been put into every meal. Refrain from always asking for free food or free samples because that's not right. All help each other thrive and not just survive in this pandemic. Try to show compassion and always be kind to one another.